I'm going to show you how to create the perfect product manager resume so you can maximize your chances of getting a callback from the recruiter. Whether you're a seasoned product manager or just starting out, everyone needs a resume to apply for any role. I can tell you that today, even when applying for top tech companies, most people are getting this very wrong. Today, we'll be covering 5 most impactful changes you can make to your resume to vastly increase your chances of getting contacted by an internal recruiter. The first thing you want to do is make sure that your resume is 1 page long. Don't go beyond 1 page. We're going to talk more about what you can do to get rid of the fluff. The idea here is that recruiters only have 5 to 7 seconds to review your resume, and they're really going to be scanning it from the top down, and they're going to catch certain words or phrases that are triggers for them and are what they're looking for to correspond with the position. Sometimes people put technical skills or abilities or specialties up at the top. Don't do that. I would say remove it all. Other than that, it should just be your name, address, contact number. The rest of the formatting should go like this. You should have your most recent experience with 4 to 6 bullet points, and each bullet point should have no longer than 1 line, 2 at the most, and only in a few places maximum, which outlines the impact, what you did, how you affected the company. Now, the content itself. Here we want to focus on impact and we want to focus on metrics. That means that we're going to start ideally every bullet point, every line with a verb in the past tense. What do we want to focus on here? Show the impact of what you did, specifically the actions you took ideally and the result that happened. The result should be represented in metrics as much as possible. I'm talking about revenue, sales, help, support tickets, really anything that you can show some sort of benefit to the end user. You also want to include any side hustles, businesses, consulting, anything else that has to do with product management. Third important change you want to make to your resume is thinking about how hiring managers and recruiters are actually reviewing these resumes. The biggest strengths for product managers are the ability to think holistically and strategically, the ability to be able to put structure on things, and therefore the ability to thrive in ambiguity. Another important skill for product managers is the ability to make trade-offs, organizing big cross-functional groups without necessarily direct managerial authority. What do hiring managers and recruiters look for in order to see whether the candidates potentially have these skills? Usually they look for some sort of startup experience or experience working in other tech firms. The fourth piece here is education. If you have a top-tier university, something you've done within the university, you should put it prominently featured. However, if you've been out of education for a while, you don't need to put years, you certainly don't need to put GPAs, but if it is a top-tier university, you still want to prominently feature. Again, they have 5 to 7 seconds that they're reviewing these documents, and as they scan, they're going to check a few of their internal flags. Good education, good companies, startup experience, impact. We want to make sure we remove the fluff so that they can actually fluidly scan down the resume without tripping on some nonsense that we wrote down in there. This next tip is about how to optimize those 5 to 7 seconds so you improve the chances of getting a callback. Sometimes, depending on the job market, depending on the geographical location of where you're trying to apply, it may just make sense to have one resume and send it to every opportunity. However, if you're trying to customize your resume by changing some of the ordering of the items, or perhaps even focusing attention on some items on the resume that match the job requirements. And you can see the job requirements obviously on any job posting. Make sure to check out the other videos on this channel that talk about what product management is and how exactly to get the job that you're looking for if that's the role that you'd like to pursue. And if you want to learn more about product management startups and how to get into the top tech companies, make sure you hit the round subscribe button so you don't miss anything. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.